Well, you can get delirious if you take life too serious. It's Pico time! We've previously featured the PICO-8 on the channel before, but if you're unfamiliar with it, then let me break it down for you. PICO-8 is a fantasy console in that there is no dedicated hardware, but a virtual framework that people can make games in. It is purposely limited in what it can do, being somewhat comparable to a Game Boy Color, but with rudimentary 3D capabilities. Development tools can be purchased for $14.99, making this an affordable way to experiment with game development, and it's birthed an enormous indie gaming scene of its own that's amazingly 10 years old as of April 2025. Games are posted publicly for free and are playable in browser on the Lexaloffle forums, and it's always worth having a browse because new games are published daily. It's also a wonderful place to seek out SEGA Homebrew, which we're going to do in this video. I've picked out 5 SEGA Homebrew titles that we're going to look at with a little more detail, but there's so much more that we can easily revisit this topic in a later video. Anyway, let's get cracking! Alex Kidd in Pico World was developed by Domarius and released in 2017 and amazingly offers a full demake of the entirety of Alex Kidd in Miracle World, but the stages are truncated somewhat to make them a little snappier. It's worth reminding viewers that PICO-8 games published to the Lexaloffle forums have to abide to a size restriction, so it's honestly pretty miraculous, no pun intended, that this game is as content rich as it is. Of course, it's still Alex Kidd in Miracle World at heart, and that comes with a lot of quirks that might rub people the wrong way, but if you can stand the game's brutal difficulty, tight hitboxes, memory-based janken battles, and ludicrous puzzle castles, then you've basically got as good of an Alex Kidd fangame that you could want. For everyone else who feels like Alex Kidd is a bit of a ball ache to play, then this won't change your mind. Still a remarkable achievement regardless. Pengo, developed by Pa Hammond and released in 2021, is, you guessed it, a full demake of Sega's 1982 arcade classic. This iconic block-shoving puzzle game sees you ridding each screen of multiple snowbees, and despite its friendly presentation, it's a tough little game. The perfect example of an easy-to-learn, difficult-to-master kind of game. Playing it to record this B-roll reminded me that I am absolutely rubbish at Pengo, but once you get on a hot streak, it is a deeply rewarding thing to play. Don't let the simplicity fool you into thinking that there's a game with no challenge here, because there absolutely is, and it's well worth sinking some time into. You might just click with it, and then you're hooked! Pico Rocket, developed by Spensifer and released in 2018, is a demake of Choo Choo Rocket and features 90 puzzles from the original game to play through. It doesn't feature any sound, but once again this is another content-rich Pico-8 title that packs a lot of game into its size restriction. There are other Choo Choo Rocket fan games for Pico-8, but I wanted to highlight this one in particular because the single-player puzzles from Choo Choo Rocket have always been the big draw for me, so it's great that so many of them are playable for free in this lovely little package. Well worth a go for puzzle game fans. Now here's something a bit mad, a demake of level 1 of Thunderblade from Fred72. Released in 2017, this is a staggeringly faithful rendition of the Superscaler classic that features all the necessary sprite scaling, as well as that gorgeous transition between the top-down and behind-the-chopper perspectives. It even allows you to change the chopper's flying height in the top-down sections. This sort of thing is what makes the PICO-8 so fascinating to me. You always expect it to handle 2D stuff pretty well, but when people start utilising the tools to pull off rudimentary 3D, it's just jaw-dropping to witness. This might be a short little thing, but it's still a fairly challenging game, and getting to the boss is going to take a fair few tries, so why not give this one a go? And finally, we're going to take a look at Hi Nicholas's Wonder Boy from 2020. Once again, this is a single stage demo, so don't expect as hearty an experience as Pico Pico Rocket or Alex Kidd in Pico World. But once again, this is a really cute and charming demake of a Sega arcade classic, and it's really simple to pick up and play. But you're probably going to need a few goes to beat it. The developer has simplified things a bit by removing the time limit and just having fruit pickups add to your score. You also don't have to hold the attack button to run, as you only have one movement speed. But this doesn't detract from the overall experience, and platformer fans will have a great time playing through this adorable little Wonder Boy clone. And that's it for now. I love how the PICO-8 community explores a lot more of Sega's history than the PC fangame space, which seems to largely revolve around Sonic the Hedgehog. It certainly makes for some great variety, and it's really surprising to see what the community tackles. If you'd like more PICO-8 action, then we've previously looked at Sonic 16x16 and a Virtua Racing demake made for the platform, so I'll link those videos in this video's end slate. Links to play every game featured in this video are also available in the video description. Bye for now!